Hey everyone, welcome back to Simple Money Pulse. Today we're diving into a topic that hits close to home for millions of Americans, getting out of credit card debt. Did you know that in 2023, Americans owed over $1.08 trillion in credit card debt, with the average borrower carrying around $6,501? That's a lot of stress. But here's the good news. There's hope. And today we're sharing a real-life story and proven strategies to help you break free from debt. Let's get started. Meet Sarah and John, a couple in their 50s who faced a mountain of debt. $87,000 in credit card debt, a mortgage, and 3 car payments. They were maxed out, barely making minimum payments, and struggling to cover bills. Sound familiar? But through determination and smart strategies, they paid off all their credit card debt, 6 car loans, and even handled major emergencies, like $15,000 and $11,000 unexpected expenses, without falling back into the debt trap. Here's how they did it and how you can too. First, you need to know what you're dealing with. Sarah and John listed all their debts, every credit card balance, interest rate, and monthly payment. The average credit card interest rate in 2025 is around 21 to 22%, and some cards charge up to 29%. That's a debt trap waiting to happen. Use a spreadsheet or an app like Mint or YNAB to track everything. Knowledge is power. Next, stop adding to the debt. Sarah and John froze their credit cards. Literally, some people put them in a block of ice. They switched to cash or debit for daily expenses. This prevents new charges while you tackle existing debt. Also, consider closing paid-off cards to avoid temptation, like Sarah and John did. Sarah considered debt relief programs, which negotiate lower interest rates, sometimes 2 to 10%, or settle debts for less. But she felt uneasy about unclear terms and upfront commitments. Instead, they leveraged low interest rates 5 years ago to refinance their mortgage and open a home equity line of credit. This gave them breathing room, but it's not for everyone. In 2025, with mortgage rates around 6 to 7%, refinancing might not be as attractive. If you go for debt relief, research reputable companies and avoid scams promising quick fixes. Sarah and John used the debt avalanche method, paying off the highest interest rate card first while making minimum payments on others. Once the highest was paid, they rolled that payment into the next card. This saves the most on interest. Alternatively, the debt snowball method tackles the smallest balance first for quick wins and motivation. In 2023, studies showed 60% of people preferred the snowball method for its psychological boost. Pick what works for you. To speed things up, Sarah started working nearly full-time, despite lower wages, and John got raises. They also slashed expenses. Think meal planning, cutting subscriptions, or negotiating bills. The average American spends $300 a month on non-essentials, so redirecting even half of that to debt can make a huge difference. Side hustles like freelancing or ride-sharing can add $500 to $1,000 a month to your payments. Life happens. Sarah and John faced emergencies costing $15,000, $11,000, and $6,000. Without savings, they could have fallen back into debt. Start small, aim for $1,000 in an emergency fund, then build to 3 to 6 months of expenses. In 2025, 60% of Americans can't cover a $1,000 emergency without borrowing, so this step is critical. Once debt-free, Sarah and John paid off their cards every month, no exceptions, and rebuilt their credit. It's not just about paying off debt, it's about staying out. A good credit score can also get you better rates on future loans. Their story proves it's never too late. In their 50s, they turned it around and even started saving for retirement. Sarah and John learned not to touch retirement funds, a smart move since 59% of Americans have less than $10,000 saved for retirement. Keep your 401k or IRA intact. Those grow tax-free for your future. Also, consider financial education. Only 17 states require it, so take free online courses or read books like The Total Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey. Or follow this channel. Sarah and John's story shows there's hope, no matter how deep in debt you are. Understand your debt, stop adding to it, choose a payoff strategy, boost income, cut expenses, build savings, and stay disciplined. You can do this. Drop a comment below if you've tried these strategies or need tips. Subscribe for more money-saving advice, and let's crush that debt together. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like.